Welcome back to Emotional Mojo. With 2014 just days away, wouldn't you like a knowledgeable guide to help you find your way through life? Yeah,
Yes.
right? Well, Raj Srikantan helps people lead a more effective life using a fascinating ancient tool. You guys are not going to believe this. Welcome life coach and spiritual advisor, the amazing Raj. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Let's lay this out just right away. This is not like a psychic reading. This is a scientifically based consultation. Tell us what you do.
Correct. This is based on your date, time, and place of birth. You know, it's nothing to do with psychic. It's based on data. So it goes back to centuries where, you know, ancient India, they used to use this tool for guidance and counseling. So basically we use your date, time, and place of birth to understand your life patterns to help you lead a more effective life. That's all it's about. It covers the whole spectrum of your existence. You know, your career, you know, your wellness, your finances, you know, everything. And relationship, that's so important. So complete, you know, spectrum of your existence.
But how does that work? What kind of patterns are you seeing?
Yeah, I mean, where do you actually get the information from?
Yeah,
to
like
get...
what are you looking at?
Basically, what we do is we take your date, time, and place of birth, and then draw a karmic chart. I call it Vedic karmic chart. So it helps. It's a snapshot of the planetary light energies at that point of time when you were born. So from there, we start to interpret the data, which is based on the ancient gurus of India who devised certain, you know, rules for analyzing.
Like you say, there are two books you use, too,
yes,
ancient works.
Yeah, two. Not only two, there are numerous, but I stick to two important texts.
Okay.
But then, you know, you use that information to analyze the chart, and then based on that, you provide guidance. So it's like weather forecasting. You want to understand if you are heading in the right direction or not.
And it's very precise, because originally I was going to have you do a reading for me, and I didn't have time to find my exact time of birth. And we said, you know what, it can't work. So it's not something where you're just guesstimating. I mean, it's very precise. And you tell people the good and the bad, right? It's,
correct.
Okay.
You know, I always say if it's unfavorable time, you have to be just cautious and try to minimize the, you know, effects. If it's a favorable time, you try to do your best. So in either case, you have to work hard, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's very important, you know?
In other words, you can't just kick back.
Yes.
Miss Jada got a consultation from you,
yeah.
and they spent a good hour and a half this morning and you, going over the details of it. What can you tell us? You guys take it away.
You know, Jada, what do you think was most intriguing? You let us know.
Well, the most intriguing about this is he was literally 100% spot on. And that freaked me out. Yes, I was like, oh my God.
And let's say Jada is a very skeptical
I don't
person
trust
when it
very science-based.
Very scientifically based. And I kept telling him, I said, this is an abstract. And he's like, no, it's not abstract. It's very concrete and it's scientific.
Are there any examples
I
you
can
can
wrap my
share?
mind around that. Yes. One thing that really stuck out to me, my knees and my feet.
Okay.
Ta-da! I was like, what are you talking about, my knees and my feet? He says, there's weakness there. And I was like, yeah, I had a knee injury and I've had surgery on both of my feet.
Wow. What
Yeah.
and we're getting a beautiful shot of your shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
that was one thing.
Okay.
And two, I looked at this and I went, oh my goodness, because he didn't just tell me the great things. He told me some not so great things, and he said, here, these are the areas that you need to look out for. There's a possibility that your mom may be ill between these years. And I went, okay, that's a concern.
And you're not doing it to scare people. You're helping them guide their choices. Correct?
Yes. Do people let you know about the weather forecast? Do you do the forecast weather to scare you, or maybe
Right.
you know?
I like that example.
You know,
Yeah.
when I say tomorrow it's going to rain, what do? You take an umbrella and be ready for it. Similarly, if I say if it's unfavorable time, to plan yourself accordingly.
Wow.
You know, you be cautious and lie low and make sure that you're able to sail through it.
Yeah, and I think that here's another thing I think most people would really like to hear about is relationships. He immediately was like, okay, what's going on in like your love life? Well, you know, what's happening here?
Yeah,
but,
let's get the dirty.
Yeah, but I didn't tell him much, but he did tell me about my marriages. He told me about what to look out for between the years of July, the month of July 2014 through 2016. So he was very specific about where to be careful, and then he said, "Don't make a hasty decision,
like a rash decision."
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah,
so,
you're right. Yeah, it's very important because set sail when sailing is good. You know, you have to make. What I'm trying to understand is your weather part in your life. You may be very smart, You know, if you're not at the right place at the right time,
Yeah.
things are not going to work out.
Yeah.
So I'm understanding if are you at the right place at the right time? Should you use the skill now or wait for the opportunity? So it's kind of like a balancing, and relationship is so complex. I analyze all the 10 dimensions, and I can figure out what is the best, time for you to go for a relation or pursue a
Now,
relationship.
Yeah,
you
and
said that it takes you about 2 hours prior to meeting with someone based on the information you got.
Correct.
And then when
chart.
you meet them, are you shocked at what walks through the door? Because you don't know who this person is.
You
Absolutely.
already
have
know
their-
them.
This is my passion. So every day, every chart is unique to me. So when
Okay.
they come in, I love it. I enjoy it. Because you know, the challenge is
And this is
finding
an
out.
example of a chart?
You know, yes,
Oh, you
that's
were
it.
just saying?
I
Okay.
think, yeah, that was the one.
Okay.
The challenge is for me to figure out this just based on the data, because I trust the
Yeah.
ancient principles so much, because there are rules. You just follow the rules, it falls in
And
place.
he gets excited too.
He mentions
So
data
cool.
too, because you have a scientific background. Like you kind of
You're an
fell into
engineer
this
by
of
trade.
sorts.
Yes.
You're an engineer.
I
Like, how
went
did
to
that
one of the
happen?
top schools in India, National Institute of Technology in India. That's my background. Then I got my MBA from UNC Greensboro. Yeah, anyway. So I am scientific, so I know it is science. I have no doubt. Or else, how can I be accurate? I know nothing about you.
He was
We
very
sat
accurate.
and we
Amazing
went
to
through the
me.
whole,
Yeah.
and it helps you to live a smarter life. Now, when you know these ahead, that at least there is some pattern, some direction,
Yeah.
you can plan yourself.
What was
Are
the
you
take
happy
home
you
for
did?
you?
Yeah, the takeaway is that now I can go, oh, I'm going to watch out here, I'm going to watch out there, I may do this a little differently.
Okay.
But one of the things he said that blew my mind is I'm going to be rich for the rest of my life. I have a wealth of aura here, so yeah, I'm excited about that.
I even graphed for you. Did I show
He
you
did,
the
he
graph?
graphed, yeah.
So is it something too? Can people record their consultation with you and have it to remember for later? Like it seems like a lot of info.
They have to take notes, rather,
okay.
because I
Yeah,
don't.
he told me, yeah, I was
you
taking
can
notes,
take
I was like, keep talking.
Absolutely, yeah.
Have you
Because
read your own life?
Well, I did, but I can't disclose it.
Oh.
But time and place will disclose.
All right, so people are going to have to get in line behind me and Tara because we want to do
Exactly.
this too. But how can they contact you or get more information about a reading?
It's
Or,
ver-
sorry, a consultation.
Yeah.
See, I keep slipping into
It's
that.
okay. It's very easy. They can go to www.amazingraj.com.
Okay.
And then,
Amazing
you
Raj.
have all the information that you can sign up. I have a web page too at Amazing Raj.
And he is
You know,
amazing.
Facebook page, Amazing Raj.
We will link you guys up as well on our website, emotionalmojo.com, so you can set up a consultation with Raj. Thank you so much.
Thank
That
you
has
so
been
much,
so
guys, for
insightful
having me.
and amazing. to
Thank
me.
you so much.
Man, I got to find that birth certificate. So
I know.
can get my reading.
Thank you for not finding it, Michelle.